Well, for those of you who don't know, and I'm going to try to hold it together through this video. For those of you who don't know, my Aunt Judy passed away today at 4 o'clock. She was, and again, for those who don't know, she was struggling in her health. She had had a lot of health problems before this, but she got COVID-19, which is just one of the causes. It's not the cause, but that's a different story entirely. Anyway, I digress. And she had a stroke and some other issues, and she was put on a ventilator. And then today her organs started to fail, and again they took her off the ventilator at 2 o'clock today, and she passed at 4. And I am cursed with knowing the Lord. I don't know if it's a curse per se, if that's the choice I should use, the words I should use, but God wanted to turn this into a sermon of healing. Not to say that, anyway, again, I'm going to try to get through this video, and I'm going to pose a question, or better yet, I'll pose a statement. I know that we've all lost someone, people in general, not just someone, but people who we've held dear in our hearts, loved ones. And it's hard. It really is. It's a real struggle, especially when you're so close to those people. And stuff like this happens, and they end up passing away. Sometimes unexpectedly, sometimes we see it coming, sometimes it just, but regardless, you start flashbacks of all the times that you spent with that person or those people. And I've got my notes here because, again, I'm blessed or cursed with knowing the Lord. So he told me to turn this into a sermon, or to make a sermon of healing, because right now my family needs it. And this may be more so for them, but it's for everyone. Like I said, everyone has lost someone that they love, and whether it be friend, family, or what have you. But in Matthew chapter 5 verse 4, it says, God blesses those who mourn, for they will be comforted. God knows all of our pain, all of our troubles, everything that we're feeling right now. I say we, that my family is feeling right now, and that you felt in the past. God says you'll be comforted. You'll know healing. You'll know comfort, because he sees your heart and how it aches to have that person who has been called home to God. It says in or was it James? Hold on. It was Ecclesiastes. I think I said that right. I can't talk. Chapter 12, verse 7 says, we are dust, and to the earth we shall return, and our spirit shall return home to God. And so even though, those people may not be here anymore, they're with God now. And again, God sees our brokenheartedness. He sees our pain and suffering because that person isn't here anymore. And He understands how we feel. And again, in Psalms chapter 34, verse 18, it says, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted. See there? He rescues those whose spirits are crushed. Again, He sees our hurt. He sees our pain, and He is there for us. We are not in this alone. Let me read this. And I really didn't read the whole story, and I should have, but to summarize it, Lazarus, I'm assuming that he was very close to Jesus, and he died. And in John chapter 11, verse 35, it said, then Jesus wept. They told him, he said, where's Lazarus? Where is he? Show him to me. And they showed him, and he wept. This is Jesus we're talking about. Again, God knows our pain. He knows what we're going through. Jesus was sent here in the flesh to undo everything that Satan has done, to know us as His creations. He didn't just create us and say, all right, well, I created you. I don't care. No, He said, I want to get to know you. I want to know what you're feeling. So He sent the Word in the form of Jesus, a piece of Himself, to know us so that we could be comforted, so that He would know how it feels. And He's with us, and He comforts us, and He knows our pain. So the brokenheartedness that we're feeling because of our loss, the loss of that loved one, He knows it too, because He lost someone that was close to Him. So He knows that pain. So He is going to do godly things and do everything that He can to comfort us. And this right here may be one of those things. Just get me out of the way and look to the one that has brought me to this, and listen to this. He's beyond all understanding. He truly does. He is an amazing God. Moving on. Again, in Psalms chapter 147, chapter 147, verse 3, says, He, meaning God, heals the brokenhearted and bandages their wounds. Again, He's talking about healing the brokenhearted, healing those who mourn, who have lost loved ones. I don't mean to beat a dead horse here, but look at this, man. He knows our pain. He knows us. And to my family, now is the time to go to God and ask Him for that comfort, to ask Him for that peace. Because I know things are hard. I know we're just broken inside right now. For those of you who have lost loved ones in the past, who the sting may still be there, go to God. Ask Him for comfort. He wants to be there for you. He wants to comfort you. But you have to accept the comfort that He's willing to offer you. You have to be willing to accept the peace that He's willing to give you. He loves you unconditionally, and He wants nothing more than to see you, stand again and to be comforted. Because He knows how hard things are. Again, Jesus lost someone that He cared about, and it says He wept. He cried for them. Just like my family is doing right now, they are mourning the loss of my Aunt Judy. I am mourning the loss of my Aunt Judy. And those of you who are listening to this now, you've lost loved ones. And you may still be mourning your loss. Sometimes it doesn't go away. Sometimes the pain just sticks with you. But God's always there to comfort you. He's always there to lift you back up, to brush you off and tell you that everything's going to be okay. Life is short. And Judy was 59, but there are those who go a lot sooner. A friend of mine named Timmy, he was really, really young, in his 20s, and he passed away. My pastor, Michael Schultz, he recently lost a friend who was very young. We don't know when it's going to happen. There's a Casting Crowns song that says, we're like a vapor in the wind. We're like a wave tossed in the ocean. We're there and then we're gone. The vapor in the wind, it floats up and then it's gone. You don't know. You never know. You don't know how long you got. You don't know. You could be gone tomorrow. Any one of us could. I mean, with Dad, it was so sudden. We didn't see it coming. With my grandmother, we knew it was coming along. With Aunt Judy, it was, it seemed like it was just such a rapid decline. We never know how it's going to happen, and those three things are so different. It goes from you're in decent health, talking about my Aunt Judy, and then it just kind of, with my grandmother, we seen it. It kind of happened slowly, and we knew it was going to happen, and she was ready. But some of us aren't. I mean, like my dad, it was just so sudden. We don't know. We don't know when it's going to happen. In James chapter 4, verse 14, it says, "How do you know what your life will be like tomorrow? Your life is like the morning fog. It's here a little while, then it's gone." We're only here for a little while. Love those who are close to you. Love those who maybe don't love you back. Make peace with those who have wronged you and that you have wronged. Your name could be called tomorrow, and you could have to go back home to God, the one that created you. And even though there's peace that can be given, there's comfort for the brokenhearted. I say this: live like you don't have a tomorrow to live. Don't put off telling someone you love them. Don't put off going to see someone. Don't put off making amends with someone. Don't put off trying to repair broken relationships if that's something that you feel you want to do. Don't waste time, because time is something that you may not have. Take every breath for what it's worth and make the most of it. Again, God will heal the brokenhearted. He will comfort those who mourn. And blessed are those whose spirits are crushed. Don't wait for the right time, because the right time may never come, and you may never get the chance to do the things that you want to do the things that God has asked you to do, life's too short. Again, the focus of this video is comfort for the brokenhearted. That's what we'll call it. Comfort for the brokenhearted. You see, God doesn't... His whole intention is healing and salvation. And everything that He does is for our good, to aid us. And that's amazing. And even though, and I'll get up here in your face, I'm sorry. I know with all the COVID going around, but you're on the other side of the screen, you'll be fine. God heals the brokenhearted, and things are hard right now. And for someone, this needs to be heard. So if you're that someone, come on in and take a listen. Things are hard right now. They're gonna be. The person or people that you loved and still love, maybe. No, the people that you still love, because you never stop loving people. They're okay. They're with God. They're not hurting anymore. They're not suffering. And even though you are, because they're not here anymore. And God knows that you're suffering and that you're brokenhearted and you're grieving and mourning. He came in the flesh so that He can know this, so that He can know how to comfort you. And all you have to do is go to Him and ask for comfort. Ask for peace. Ask for your broken heart to be made whole, and to pull you together, to pull us together. And he'll give you that peace. He'll give you that comfort. He'll see you through it. You are not alone in your brokenheartedness. You are not alone in your grieving. You are not alone in your mourning. And if there's anything that you need, God will help take care of that. And I will too. For my family members, if there's anything you need, I am here. And for those of you who have lost loved ones, because I know you have, I am here. If you need to talk, if you need just to breathe a little, I'll try to help you. Because again, we've all lost. We all know what it's like. And sometimes it just takes talking to another person about it to get that off your chest, to get that comfort. I love y'all. I hope this touched someone's heart. And don't forget to send lots of prayers to me and my family. And to help us through this difficult time. Because again, God's not going to let us mourn alone. He's there to help us. But things are hard. It's difficult. So again, be praying for us and my family. And I will see you guys another time. I love you guys, and I thank you for all the support, and thank you for watching these videos. And thank you for building me up and just encouraging my walk with God and encouraging my preaching and my sermons and my speaking. And as always, I don't do it for me. I do it because God asked it of me. I didn't want to do this video at all. I really didn't, because I'm just stirred up inside. But anyway, I'm rambling on now. I'll hush. Again, if you'll just send lots of prayers our way, and because it's going to be difficult. We've lost a lot of people in the last 2-3 years. We've lost Dad, we've lost my grandmother, and now my Aunt Judy, and it's just it's rough. Anyway, I'm gonna shut this down. I love you guys, and again, thank you so much. Y'all be safe.